Hi, I'm Alex Jones. I'm the co-founder of AI Media. It's my very great pleasure to introduce you to a special person tonight, Drisana Levitzke-Gray. Welcome, Drisana, and hi. Hi. You may be wondering who Drisana is. Well, she's our Young Australian of the Year for 2015, and she's here tonight to have a discussion with me. So thank you for joining me here tonight. I have a few questions for you. So it's just been over 1 week since you've received your award as Young Australian of the Year. So looking back over the past week, how do you feel? Wow, as you said, it's just been over 1 week. It feels so much longer. I've been so busy. I have to say, it's been a wonderful experience so far. The hype and the attention and the general interest in Auslan has been amazing. And also seeing the deaf community excited about the recognition of who we are as a community and of our sign language. I'm really proud of what's happened in the last week. I've had amazing opportunities to meet with many people from organisations and schools, and it's been wonderful that there has been some attention on the significance of Auslan and of the deaf community, and the fact that we have value in wider society. If we think about Auslan as Australian Sign Language, it belongs to the deaf community, it's part of our community and culture. So this year, in 2015, in your position as Young Australian of the Year, what do you hope to achieve in terms of Auslan? Well, Auslan is a beautiful language and everybody in the deaf community loves to use it. And I also believe that it's a gift that we can give to wider Australia. As you said, Auslan is Australian Sign Language. It belongs to Australia. So irrespective of whether you're deaf or hearing, you can learn and use the language. It also opens doors for people in the wider community to see the deaf community, to see our language, our community and culture, and to become part of it. So this year, I really also want to focus on deaf children. Many people know that this is an important area of development, and we really need to stand up and say, enough is enough. We need to make sure that deaf children have full access to Auslan and the learning Auslan and sign language. And the Australian government really need to take some responsibility for that. I know that they support many causes, and this is another important cause that needs to be supported. Deaf children and their families need to have access to learning sign language, to learn Auslan, and also to have role models around them. I know from my own experience, I grew up with many deaf people serving as role models, which you would have had too. And without those, I wouldn't be the confident, assertive person that I am today. So I want to see all of our future generations of deaf children have the same experience that I had. And that will help them to have a positive life experience. Well, as you know, I have a deaf son and he's only young, and you're a young adult in the deaf community. What do you envision as the ideal for deaf children, not only in Australia, but all around the world? Well, I would love to see deaf children have access to their sign languages. It's just a natural part of life. And also for the wider community to accept deaf people and their language in society and to be exposed to it, and for people to appreciate the value and the richness of the language that we have. Research has shown that sign language has so many benefits. It helps deaf and hearing children to develop their literacy skills. Sign language uses different parts of the brain, so it helps a child's development in terms of cognition. And so it's so important. And also I know that I love to learn other sign languages, and that's been made easier for me because I had access to a sign language and English when I was young, so it has those benefits. I hope that deaf children all around the world realise that with language there are no limitations, they can reach their full potential. That's lovely, Drisana. A question I have for you. If you were to meet your 60-year-old self, and you're 21 now, what would you say to your 60-year-old self? Interesting. I'm thinking about my 60-year-old self, and the first thing I'm thinking about is, will I still be involved? I don't think I'll ever stop. Oh, I don't think so. I hope that I still have the energy to get up and fight for what I believe in, and being aware that there are not always quick wins or easy solutions, but that fighting and advocating for things that we believe in is something that takes a long time. It can be frustrating because you do fight so hard and sometimes those doors are closed, but I hope in 10 or 20 years, or even when I'm 60, that I see the results of what I'm doing right now. I might have grandchildren by that time, and some of them might be deaf. So I hope that their life experiences and access to what they need in their life is made easier because of the work I do. I hope that my grandchildren might be able to go out into the community, go to the doctors, go to the shops, and have people sign to them so that they can communicate easily and in their everyday life. So hopefully when I'm 60, I'll be able to see that. That's beautiful, Drisana. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for the discussion. That's been wonderful. Bye for now.